Just raise your hand, I'll go right to you after. I will go for you. Okay, so can you introduce yourself, sir?
Hello, my name is Chad from the Rainbow Blue Files. I'm more curious on what motherboard you're using for your Predator gaming PC.
So I'll take this one as well. We are using our own motherboards, so we work with the manufacturer and we do our own design. The reason for that is we have a lot more control over the performance, right? So if we want to enable the overclocking, which we do, of the powerful Intel processors inside, and some models as well, we have of course the GPU, the NVIDIA powerful GTX series, overclocking as well. We need to have a lot of fine control over the motherboard, which controls all of the settings for those very powerful components.
Thank you. Very happy. Okay, so again, we have our representatives from NVIDIA, Predator, Intel, and XSplit. So any questions that you feel that you want to ask, now is a very nice opportunity. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Anna from SturnOverCoffee.com. So my question is still for the Predator. You have a swappable slot, right? I'm thinking it's for fan and maybe a DVD player.
Yeah, this is Cooler Master technology, actually.
Any plans maybe of adding other stuff that could be made swappable, like additional storage or
Sure, if you want to ask about what we're planning for the future with swappability, so far in the desktop we have swappable hard drives, which is really, really nice, right? If you have a big gaming library, you can just, plug in your other gaming library. Like me, I run out of space all the time. Yeah, and we also have the fan, and that's actually in the ODD drive, the optical disk drive. We actually allow the users for the Predator 15 and 17-inch notebook to remove the optical disk drive and put in an extra fan. This brings the total up to 3 fans, which is really, really nice. 2 fans are good, 3 fans are better. I mean, it's more cooling, right? So especially when you're running really demanding AAA games, it's crucial to have as much cooling as possible. So this solution, you don't need to, purchase something separate, a fan system to go under, right? You can just rely on the system's own cooling internally. So it's really, really great.
to clarify, this is swappable with the fan and DVD.
Yeah, you can just swap out the
So if you're working, you can make the hard drive, and if you're playing, you can put it in the fan.
Exactly.
Is there anything out there in the market today that gives you the option to basically swap plans?
No. Not with a notebook. Not with a
Yes,
notebook.
that's
Yeah. This is an important technology for us at Predator because we realize there's a lot of gaming notebooks. So we have to work hard. We know that we have to work very hard to make sure our devices are differentiated from the competition. And this is one very important way we do it by working very closely with our partners.
I agree. A third fan is a huge difference, and of course, Predators, starting that, we really appreciate that, solving, of course, the challenge of overheating. Any more questions? Again, let me reiterate, we have, of course, our heads from NVIDIA, Intel, and XSplit as well. So this is an opportunity to address any questions that you might want to ask. Sir, there you go. Hello. Yes. And then, I'm sorry, and then ma'am, we're going to
To watch them. We're working with all these types of people, and we're doing that program worldwide. So we're trying to really help support the local activities, and of course, esports is a huge part of that. So since I'm doing the global marketing strategy, one of my core pillars is engagement. And in order to get the engagement, we have to go to where the gamers are. We can't expect the gamers to just come to us. We have to have events like this so that we show everyone that we are gamers, we're listening to gamers, and we want to do more and more activities with gamers moving forward. So you will see much more Predator in the esports scene coming very, very, very soon.
Yes, wait. Thank you.
Thanks.
Very, very nice.
Right.
Thank you.
I have a bit of a technical question about the cooling for the Predator desktop. Are you using the same air cooling system for your desktop as you did for the laptop? Because the first Predator used a liquid cooling system, if I can recall. Second question is to do with esports. It's growing very, very big in the Philippines, and I'd like to know what initiatives you're all taking towards that, specifically.
I can start with the fan, and then I hope one of my partners here can talk about the local market, especially the e-sport activities. So for the cooling system, we did not use liquid cooling for this generation in the desktops, and the reason is because we don't need it. So what we do at the headquarters when we design every product is we do lots and lots of thermal testing. So I actually have meetings with these engineers who are stress testing all of the products under extreme conditions. You know, if you guys think it's hot here in Manila, it's hotter and more humid in Taiwan. So we really push these products as far as they can go for heat. And of course we're testing with all the latest games, which you know, if you've ever run a gaming laptop for more than a couple hours, it gets super, super hot. So on a lot of designs, what happens at that point is you get thermal throttling. The CPU and the GPU components, they lower their performance without your control in order to make sure the device doesn't catch on fire. Okay, that's great. But when we make the Predator devices, we make sure that whatever cooling solution we use, whether it's the Cooler Master solution with Frostcore, or if we use our own Aeroblade metal fan, we make sure that the cooling allows the components, the CPU and GPU, to reach the maximum level of performance without any thermal throttling. That's our goal. That's always our core goal. So with the laptop, we're able to, with the desktop, we're able to do that this generation with air. So we didn't need to use liquid cooling. It would add to the cost, and it wasn't limiting our performance in any way. So we think it's okay. For the future, as components, we got new stuff coming in from NVIDIA all the time. It's getting more and more powerful, and it's getting hotter and hotter. So we have to make sure that our cooling system can control that. So stay tuned for the future products. You might see some more innovation in cooling. How about the esports team?
I think, as you may know, we're a global sponsor of the Esports Masters tournament. That's on one side. I think, as you mentioned, on the global level, we're also working with you as well with various initiatives. So esports is massive. We love esports. We love esports because basically the gamer wants as much power as we can generate. But you can also see there that the power is also together with the engineering and basically getting it cooler into those form factors so that you can game on this type is great. So yeah, we're doing a lot internationally, we're doing a lot locally. Can we do more? Of course. And I think these type of events and having a new entrant with Predator on here as well, again, just pushes that forward. So it's really exciting.
Very, very exciting. Thank you very much, sir. We have a question here.
Hi, I'm Will from Too Much Gaming on It. It's a little bit related to the previous question about the cooling. One thing a lot of gamers do enjoy doing, or at least a good portion, is tweaking along with the BIOS and the overclocking elements. So what does the Acer Predator line have in that sense as far as BIOS, customability, or any kind of third-party software to help with overclocking for gamers?
Yeah, so we actually have some software that we developed ourselves. It's called Predator Sense software, and it enables you to have all of your gaming controls in one place. So we know that gamers often will use, a mini third-party apps. Usually two monitors. You play your game on one monitor, and on the other one you have your, monitor your cooling, you have your fan control, you have your overclocking, CPU overclocking, GPU overclocking, as well as the hardware monitoring suite. So we try to take a lot of those very core functional features that every gamer needs and pull that into our Predator Sense gaming software. And we also allow some very basic overclocking in that. So we try to tune it to be the best overclocking performance out of the box. So when you open the Predator Sense software, you can just very easily go into turbo mode and you're good to go. You're overclocked already. You can, of course, push it further with third-party software if you want. we don't want to stop anyone from pushing their hardware further. Right? I do that myself. But I am planning in the future to incorporate even more features. So actually I have a meeting scheduled next week for the BIOS discussion. So we will have some additional features coming very soon to help enable those who really want to get extreme levels of performance, not just, yeah, overclocking, everything's good, running 60 FPS, what if I would want more? We are reaching out to that audience, and we are working on some hardware and software solutions to support that.
And I would just encourage you, since you have the worldwide product manager of Predator here, do you have any ideas, any suggestions? Now's your time. Not just on the BIOS side,
I mean, I'm sure you know already, like a lot of your
really
competition has these you know, packaged into their motherboards and such to help people who want to overclock do it. So that's exactly what I was asking, if you guys had something similar.
Yeah, we're definitely planning to, but right now most of our focus is not on the BIOS level. But yeah, I have a meeting about this next week, so I do want to do this. I overclock and I build my own computers as well. So I'm trying to make sure that we not only do we cater to the core gaming market, but also the extreme DIY market as well. So definitely planning to have that coming.
Very cool.
Great.
Very cool. Great panel. Very entertaining with all the questions. We have our final two questions. This is very exciting. Final two. You're gonna go last. All right, my friend. You're gonna go last. You're special to me. All right. So we got you, buddy.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Enzo. One of the expressions goes out to Miguel, Palu, and Jerome. So what can you say? What makes Predator a great partner for your products in terms of compatibility of the hardware, the specs, the speed?
Okay, I can start, right? So, as you can see in this panel, I'm really just the only software guy here. But we believe in Acer's products because they're not only are they trying to market gaming and this is a gaming brand, but they're actually doing it at affordable prices. And I've looked at the specs, I've tried out the products, and it works. Our software works perfectly with Acer Predator notebooks. So you can game and also stream because live streaming takes up a lot of resources, but to be able to do that in a laptop, then I think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think from the Intel side, the more innovation, the better for gaming. So having the Predator line, if you see that they're pushing the boundaries also with that, for example, with the modular designs, the form factors, innovating in various sense, with real sense as well, with you guys. I think just keep innovation, keep competing against each other, right? And then everyone pushes, the community pushes each other on. And obviously we're there as a key ingredient within the gaming. And that's where we want to support. We want to give as powerful an experience as possible, but it's not just the process that we're giving, we're also giving the experience in terms of all the software-enabled real sense and the other things like that. So the innovation is the thing. And then the other thing is the press points, as you've seen. They're pretty exciting, actually. So, getting out to as many people as possible, get as many people gaming as possible. I think the top 5 games in the world are PC driven. So, it's a massive, it is a sport. It's an e-sport now. And it's really growing exponentially. So, it's great. Yeah. Game on.
Mr. Jerome wants to add, yes?
Predator is really equipped with GeForce GTX Maxwell architecture or the 900 series on the notebooks, and for the desktops it's a Titan X. So it provides you unrivaled gaming performance, power efficiency for notebooks, and lastly, it paired with a G-Sync monitor, it gives you other anti-tearing and better image quality when you play your mobile games or first-person shooters. So it provides you a better gaming experience.
That is great. Thank you very much. And we have our final question here.
Yes, hi guys. I'm Luis from the Rainbow Response. So we talked about partnership with other brands, when it comes to hardware as well as software, current generation games and esports. Now, the latest trend in video game development today has come to virtual reality. So I want to ask Acer, maybe the rest of you, is there, or are we expecting any of you guys, especially Predator, or Acer to venture into VR within the near future? Or yeah.
Sure. So the devices we have right now are already VR ready. So they'll work with any, whatever popular head-mounted display that you want to use. You're already good to go. So this is very good. It ensures compatibility. And we just had a press release, I think this morning or maybe yesterday. We kind of finalized our agreement. We're working with Starbreeze Entertainment. And that's actually a game developer company. And we're working with them, kind of forming a new company, and we're actually going to be working on manufacturing a headset together with them. So we will have a lot more. That's about all I can say for that. For now, the press release is online if you want to check it out. It's very exciting times, and we are definitely not going to be behind when it comes to VR. We'll be right in the mix, so don't have to worry about that. Thanks.
Very exciting times for, of course, esports and gaming. Okay, I've been sneaked into. He wants just a yes or no question, so it sounded urgent. Go ahead, buddy.
Can we expect to see a Predator-sponsored Philippine-based esports team?
Oh! I'm so happy I'm not answering.
You're going to have to ask the country guys about that.
Yes.
From the HQ level, I would be happy to help support that.
We got proof. Who got it on record? We got it. We're gonna make a case. When you set a meeting, it's on Facebook Live. There you go. Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to of course Jerome, Stephen, Callum, and Miguel. Mr. Funky, one last question. Of course, one great thing that Callum mentioned is community and suggestions. I think that's a wonderful thing about the gaming esports community. If they would want to give suggestions or feedback, is there a platform? Is there anything that they where can they go to of course contribute to of course the development?
Sure. So we have of course our social media platforms, and we are tracking that. So for example, if you guys post on the Acer Facebook page here, the Philippines one, I can see that in my office in the HQ. So we are listening to all the social media feedback. And also, we do have a Predator community forum online as well. You can find it from the global webpage. And we do actually look at suggestions, by the way, for product features. So, if you have a crazy idea that the BIOS GUI, the graphic user interface, should look a certain way, let me know. We read through that, we look at that, and then I make sure it's shared directly with the people who are responsible for putting the hardware and software together. So, yes. Share on social media, share in the official forums, and we are listening to you.
That's a wonderful note to end it on. Thank you so much to our panel. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you for the time.